Hi, my name's Mim and I am the programme lead for a small community-based charity in West Oxford called Low Carbon West Oxford, and I want to share some energy saving tips because fuel bills have gone crazy. We're in a dreadful situation where around 25% of households in the UK are likely to be in fuel poverty and people are struggling with bills. At Low Carbon West Oxford, we've developed a list of tips that have the most impact, and the first one of those is to keep your hot water hot. So if you have a hot water tank, then ideally you want to fit a jacket on the hot water tank, and wherever you can see pipes, it's really great to put stuff like this on the pipes to keep the water hot as it travels around your home. And these are available from places like Wickes, any sort of DIY shop, and they're very cheap to get. The second thing that we recommend is that you keep your heating between 18 and 21 degrees. So going below 18 degrees, it can actually have negative health impacts for people, and it can also negatively impact the building. So you might end up with stuff like mould growing. A little temperature gauge like this can be really handy, and you can see on here that at the moment we're around 18 degrees, which is comfortable for most people. And if there's young children in the home or elderly, then you want to be more towards the 21 degrees. So things like this are really handy because they can tell you what temperature you've got. And also turn off the heating at night and turn it off when you're out as well. So the third thing you can do is make sure that all of your lights have LED light bulbs fitted, and there's a huge range that you can get now from any DIY shop. And also get into the habit of turning off lights when you leave the room. A really handy thing can be to have some lights on timers so you don't actually have to remember to turn them off. So the fourth thing we recommend is that you don't use a tumble dryer, because those are actually huge consumers of energy. So if possible, dry outside on a line. Obviously at this time of year it gets a bit more difficult, so we suggest using a clothes dryer inside the home. If you need to do that, then make sure it's in a separate room, in a room where you can close the door and open the windows to allow good airflow. The fifth suggestion that we have is that you don't let the heat that you have in your home leak out of it. There's a couple of easy ways to do that. One is to pop this widely available and very cheap radiator foil down behind any radiators that are on external walls, and make sure that it's firmly against the wall rather than against the radiator, because that's how it's most effective. You can also just do that with kitchen foil on a piece of cardboard, and that will have a similar effect. When you come to the front door, or any doors in your home, this is a nice thing for your letterbox. Again, pretty easy to attach, and it just reduces the draft coming in and out of the letterbox. This sits over a keyhole, again to stop air coming in and out through there. This rubber tape is really useful for putting around the edges of doors to keep drafts to a minimum. And then you can also fit things like this on the bottom of the door. Again, it's just a bit of rubber, or actually it's a kind of brushy bit that will stop any air leaking. The last thing I would recommend is that for any other guidance on support that's available for the cost of living crisis, including energy bills, that you go to the Help for Households website, which has been set up by the government. So that's helpforhouseholds.campaigns.gov.uk.